I keep telling everyone my peace of mind is worth $1 million. So that is my number one priority. My priority is not money.
Yeah.
My priority is my peace of mind. If I'm at peace, I'll be able to create the best.
Yeah.
This is what I'm aiming at right now. Number one is that. Number two is to do fabulous work. So I'm not somebody who will end up doing mediocre work for money. That is something I don't do. I don't work for money at all. Especially at this point of time. I'm just focusing on what makes me happy.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Welcome to Founder Unboxed, a podcast about the humanness of entrepreneurship, the quirks, the chaos, and the quiet moments that make every founder who they really are. My guest today is someone who pressed reset on life at the age of 50, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. Nikhil Varma spent 25 years as a successful entrepreneur in the furniture industry. Then one day, he walked away from it all to chase a deeper calling, sculpting. But this isn't just a story about a midlife reinvention. It's about blending the ancient with the future. Nikhil didn't just learn how to sculpt, he built India's first AI-driven sculpture studio, fusing traditional forms with generative technology. And why? Because he believes that art, like life, should evolve, that imagination has no age limit, and that AI, when paired with human intent, can turn impossible into form. This one is about bravery, about trust, about creation and devotion. Here's Nikhil Varma, Unboxed. Welcome to Founder Unboxed.
Thank you for having me over.
Absolutely, and thank you for taking time for us.
Pleasure to be here.
So let's go back a few years and tell me about what kind of a kid were you while growing up?
So I was a very laid back, very creative, very shy kid.
Okay.
And then I don't know what happened to me. By the time I was 18, I was up and about. I was all over the place. I started modeling. I started meeting a lot of people. I ended up going to an art college. And this is how the whole journey began.
Wonderful. So tell me, what were some of your earliest influences? Was this family? Was it maybe some public figures or teachers? What really influenced you?
So I used to travel quite a bit to London while I was growing up. And there I would see a lot of work by Fornasetti. So that is how the whole thing started. I was very fascinated with what he was doing. So Fornasetti basically was a studio artist, and he used to do functional art. So the whole idea of somebody making the art functional really excited me. And this is how my journey began.
Wonderful. And did you come from a family of business owners or people who were in service? What were the...
So my grandfather ran one of the biggest companies in India.
Wonderful.
So he was the first one to get sewing machines into India.
Oh, wow.
So he was a visionary. He had outlets all over India, and he was running these huge factories. So he was an inspiration. He still is.
Okay. Wonderful. And what about your parents?
My father used to work with my grandfather. So it was a family
okay, so
business.
family business.
And then I decided not to do it because I used to find it very, very boring.
Oh, that's interesting. So tell me, with so much of, conflicting information or conflicting maybe instructions that were coming to you, what was your idea of, what was your ambition, what was your thought, and what did you think was the risk not following the parents or grandparents?
My parents were extremely liberal. They were very well educated, liberal, happy people. So they gave me a lot of freedom. They never told me what needs to be done. So while I was growing up, they told me to do exactly what I'm really passionate about.
Wonderful.
And this is how the journey started. I ended up going to an art college. My father did not know where I was going. He never told me that you need to be in St. Stephen's or some other institute or whatever, and this is what you need to be. Nothing. He gave me a free hand. He told me, you live your life and do exactly what you want to do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So tell me about what was the first venture you started?
See, everything that I did just happened by chance. So I was there. The opportunity came. My career started. So when I got out of the art college, I bumped into these people who used to organize this show called Inside Outside. So they gave me a complimentary booth, and that is where my career took off from.
Wonderful.
So that was the beginning of my career, and that is what got me to do functional art. Since this was a furniture construction material show, we had to do something related to it. Obviously, they were not looking out for an artist. They were not looking out for somebody who would display sculptures over there. So the lady used to run the show at that point of time. I don't remember her name. So she's the one who told me that you should get down to doing functional art. So that was the beginning. So the first show that I had, it was a super duper hit where everything got sold off within a couple of hours.
Wow, excellent. And how did you know where to source it from, or did you make it yourself? Tell me a little more about that.
See, I was there in the art college for nearly 4 years. So these art colleges give you a lot of exposure.
Correct.
They teach you a whole lot of mediums, and it's brilliant being there.
Yeah.
You can't even imagine how nice it is going to a college where every day, every morning, you just go and paint and sculpt and do creative stuff.
Perfect.
So we were well versed with a lot of material. So when I got out, obviously I knew how things were to be created, and that's it.
Wonderful. So one thing led to the other.
One thing led to another, another thing led to another.
Yeah. And that was the beginning of a business in furniture?
Yes. So coming from a business background, I always wanted to do furniture, but I didn't know how to convert my talent, my craft into a business. So the whole idea of doing functional art is what shaped up my company.
Wonderful. So what did the early days look like? Where did you look towards for inspiration? And of course, where did the money come from?
I used to do a lot of odd jobs. So beginning was not the best. So we had to basically go to a whole lot of people, and we used to do any and every odd job that was coming our way.
Okay.
And people were pretty good. They were all very nice. And one thing led to another, and this is how it was.
Wonderful. What about support from, parents, or emotional support,
See, my father gave me a lot of moral support, but financially, no, he did not give me any money. So as a kid, I was told to make my own money.
Wow. Excellent.
So I wasn't very...
So I'm sure there would have been days that you felt like, yeah, this is too tough and it's not happening.
Not at all. I've always been a very, very strong person. I don't get scared of anything. I'm very fearless.
So what motivates you? What pulls you through these tough times?
Guruji.
Oh,
that is my power. So God is my power, where it all comes from.
Beautiful. So I feel, a lot of times it happens that, you happen to be in a place and things happen, as in your case.
Yeah.
So would you say that the industry chose you, or you chose the industry?
I think the industry chose me.
Okay.
And my father used to tell me all the time, कि कोशिश ही कामयाबी है. जो आदमी कोशिश करेगा, वही ऊपर जाएगा. And I kept trying. And here I am.
And it clicked.
Yes.
And how old were you when you started off?
I started off when I was 21 years old. So for 4 years, I was in the college. So I passed out in 1997. I think I was around about 21 then.
Yeah.
And I just started immediately. From day one, I've been working. I'm somebody who cannot sit at home.
Okay.
I've got ants in my pants. I need to be up and about. I need to be out. I love meeting people.
Wonderful. So tell me about how was that business of yours different from the other people in the market? Because I'm sure, you brought in some skill sets, you brought in some talent, but there were other furniture manufacturers as well. So how were you different?
So I was the first person after Rasil Gujarat. He used to run Casa Paradox. So that was my role model when I started my business, when I started this interior journey. She was the person I used to look up to. So that was the benchmark for me. That was already set.
Yeah.
She's extremely talented.
Yeah.
And what a lady.
Yeah.
So that's it. There's a big void for creative, original stuff. And that is how it all started. So we were the first company to do creative stuff, which was not a copy of what was already there in the market.
Sure.
So there was a lot of research which went into it, and I'm doing exactly the same thing. I put in a lot of research into what I do. I experiment with a lot of new mediums, with a lot of new things which have never been seen before. And this is how it all started.
So did that involve a lot of travel? Did it involve a lot of meeting a lot of artists and other things as well? Or was that all you're doing?
Not really. The way I was brought up, I was exposed to the best. I've been traveling ever since I was 4 months old.
Wow. Okay.
So by the age of 20, I must have been to London more than 100 times. My entire family lives over there.
Okay.
So I was already exposed to a lot of stuff. And that really helped me to shape up the company that I was setting up.
Okay.
Because there was insane exposure that I had while I was growing up. It really helped me in my career. It made me more confident also, more open to adapting new things.
So tell me, what do you consider is your strength, or what's your superpower?
So my strength is innovation.
Okay.
So this is what I've done all my life. I'm somebody who's very curious. I have a lot of anxiety. I want to go out. I want to explore. I want to try out new things. And this is what gets me going.
Wonderful. Now, I have to ask you this question. What do you think is a blind spot or a weakness of yours as a founder or as a business owner?
Experimenting. I end up losing a lot of money. And half the time things don't even work out.
But but that's
Yeah.
also, you can call it a strength, because
Yeah.
till the time you don't experiment, you don't really gain.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. I keep telling everyone,
Mm.
I've failed more times than I've succeeded. I've seen more failures than success.
Success.
And this is what makes a founder.
Absolutely. I think that's very well said. Uh, Now, I can sense, and I also know you, so belief is a very big part of your existence.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
tell me, how
This
has
is-
that influenced you, and how has that really shaped you as a founder of your company?
I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in Guruji. Even the new company that I've started is basically a AI-driven sculpture company.
Okay.
And we probably would be the first people to do it. I'm getting technology into my work because sculpture is a very conventional art that people work around with very, very normal, regular materials.
Yeah.
So when I started visualizing the whole thing, I wanted to do something which was simple to do, number one.
Yeah.
That's how I got technology in. That's how I discovered artificial intelligence. Till now, everyone, and even as of today, most of the people work with their hands. We got in softwares that we're working with. So that simplified a lot of stuff for us.
Wonderful.
And that made our life much more easier. So once you get a hang of all these things, you won't want to go back to the traditional skill set.
So you're using the current technology and the advancements in technology to actually make the product better and more relevant in today's time.
Absolutely. And then the good thing about technology is we're being able to create more. When you're doing things with your hands, you have a limitation. So maybe if I was to do a sculpture, I'll probably be able to create 20 pieces in 1 year. With technology, I can do 20 works in 1 day. So this is the power of technology.
Wonderful. So another thing that I've been very curious about is outside of work. I mean, let's not talk about professional work. What really inspires you and excites you? What drives you?
My social life. I love meeting people.
Okay.
People is where I get all my energy from.
Wow.
And then I do a lot of other social work as well. I help out a lot of people. Then me and my partner are very fond of taking care of street dogs.
Yeah, of course.
So that is what really charges me up.
Absolutely.
In a big way.
I've seen your passion of taking care of dogs and taking care of especially
people as well.
Yeah.
A whole lot of, yeah.
No, I've seen that, and I think that's really commendable, the amount of stuff you do in that area. It's really, really wonderful. Also, get people together.
Get people together, yes. That's what I've been doing all my life.
Wonderful. Now, of course, going beyond money and success.
Yeah.
What do you see for yourself? What's the bigger vision for Nikhil Varma?
To live a very, very peaceful life. I keep telling everyone, my peace of mind is worth $1 million. So that is my number one priority. My priority is not money. My priority is my peace of mind. If I'm at peace, I'll be able to create the best.
Yeah.
This is what I'm aiming at right now. Number one is that. Number two is to do fabulous work. So I'm not somebody who will end up doing mediocre work for money. That is something I don't do. I don't work for money at all. Especially at this point of time. I'm just focusing on what makes me happy.
Beautiful.
That's it. And this is what makes me happy. I found my happiness in my work.
So what is it, something, I mean, that you can share with us is, what are you currently working on, or what are you currently building that's very exciting and that's really capturing your attention these days?
So as I told you, we're working around sculptures. But then the first range that we're coming out with, it revolves around divinity.
Okay.
And it's called belief.
Wow.
Because belief can move mountains. So there's something which is beyond science. There's something which is beyond reasoning, and that is God. So that is where we're starting from. This is all coming from there. We are also here because of him.
Wonderful. No, absolutely. Now, of course, we need to look at the flip side as well. What is something that really scares you in either your business or in the world today? What
I'm
are you
absolutely
concerned
fearless. Fear does not exist inside me. I'm a fearless soul. I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid of losing. Nothing. Nothing scares me.
Excellent. And what would you say is the biggest support you have at this point in time for
My
your
family,
journey?
my partner, my sisters. I have 2 sisters.
Okay.
And my dog Pluto. That is where all the energy and all the love comes from. And of course, God is there to take care of me. And I have a very, very positive mindset. I'm a fighter.
Can see that.
Yes, I'm a complete fighter. I don't give up. I fight till the end.
Would you like to, share one thing that has inspired you and you feel can inspire so many entrepreneurs out there?
As a person, what really inspired me is a Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. I wasn't a big fan of Mr. Modi in the beginning, but the way he's shaping India up, the way he's shaping up our lives, and his will to succeed is what really motivates me, inspires me.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Nikhil. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for
with
having
us.
me over.
Absolutely. That was Nikhil Varma Unboxed, a man who let go of what he had built to carve something he'd never seen before. Someone who reminds us that starting over isn't failure, it's faith, and that creativity doesn't belong to the young, it belongs to the curious. If this story inspired you or made you question your own someday, share it with someone. And don't forget to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. We've got more founder stories coming your way, each one filled with bold truths and quiet truths. I'm Kabir, and this is Founder Unboxed.